Everyone, it's Claire here from Hands, and I thought I'd just jump in and shoot a quick video today about the upcoming Australian ride that we've got going on, and just give you, I guess, a bit of a background as to where it came from and what we're going to be doing in March next year. So we can all agree, 2020, what a year. We are limping to the finish line, and we're in December now, and definitely looking forward to a break and some time off over Christmas and get ready for, a pretty strong 2021. All the kids are doing really well in Thailand. We are obviously keeping in contact with them, missing them dearly and missing being on the bike and just being over in Thailand. But the good news is that everybody's doing really well, and obviously the kids are still thriving and doing what they do best, so that is very pleasing. But as we come into the end of the year, this is our time where usually we're madly prepping for our first bike ride of the season, and we kick off on the 3rd of Jan with our Thailand bike ride, and it's always a busy time at Hands HQ as we're packing jerseys and getting final accommodation bits and pieces sorted, and heading over to Thailand for usually the month of January to run our double bike ride. So feels a little bit strange to be sitting here and just thinking, what's next? But what is next is our Australian ride, and we haven't done an Australian ride for a few years now, and obviously when COVID hit, we couldn't sit back and not get on the bikes just because we couldn't go to Thailand. So we discovered a beautiful trail out in the central west of New South Wales, and went, you know what, let's give that a crack, and let's jump on the bikes, bring our community together, and do what we love. And you've all been on a bike ride with us before. The experience, and the strength of the community that comes along on these rides. So we figure let's do it in our own backyard. And so in March, you've probably seen, we are heading to Mudgee, by far one of the greatest winery regions. You can go pre and post so that you can enjoy some of those beautiful wines. But we'll be jumping on the bike for 6 days, and we'll be riding 450 kilometers, breaking it down into slightly smaller days than what we do in Thailand. And I guess the reason for that is the riding is a lot different. So it's we're doing fire trails, we're going off-road, unsealed roads. Believe it or not, there aren't that many hills. Peter and I did drive it a few weeks back, and he's actually going off to ride it next week just to do the final recce and get our accommodation sorted. But honestly, there are very few, I guess, undulations, and whatever there is there, you can achieve. For those that have done the South Ride, if you can get up that 4-kilometer hill on the last day, you can seriously do anything. So please, don't worry about any of that. I know that this year probably our fitness has gone one of two ways. Either you've really embraced COVID and got on the bike and you are fit as, or if you're like me, haven't been on the bike and, you might be feeling a little bit, can I do this? But you absolutely can. It's, as you know, with all of our rides, they're inclusive. It's not a race. We just jump on the bikes, we have a chat, and we just really enjoy those kilometers. So the ride, we're going to be heading to some beautiful, beautiful towns in the backcountry. From Mudgee, we ride through to Gulgong and up to Dunedoo. And I just love how Australian all of these places sound. And then from there, we'll be heading over through the fire trails in the national park. We'll be heading to Mendooran, Ballymore, and then finishing up in Dubbo for our rest day. So those who haven't been to Dubbo, you'll be able to check out the zoo, which you can also do by bike if you are friendly with your bike saddle and want to have another day on the bike. So that's obviously a day that you won't want to miss. You can also just hang by the pool at the motel if you choose. So choice is yours. Rest day is your rest day. And from there, we'll be heading out of Dubbo and back through a beautiful town called Wellington before we stay in Goolgong again and head back into Mudgee. So it's a 450 kilometre loop. We've got everything covered, all your meals. We've got support vehicles. We won't have Chris and Gay, which is really unfortunate. But I'll be there. I'll have a team there with me, and we'll get you through that ride. So fully supported. You do need to bring your own bike. And we do recommend hybrid bikes or something with a thicker tire. Your road bike definitely won't like the surfaces. So we just encourage you to bring the right bike along. And as for everything else, it's all covered. So there's more information on the website. There's a brochure that you can download, have a read. As we know, these rides for us are one of our biggest fundraisers for the year. So with 5 bike rides cancelled this year, we've had to really step it up and go, how do we continue to ride and raise money for our beautiful kids? So this ride comes with a $4,000 fundraising target, so a lot lower than our Thailand rides. And the greatest thing is, you might have seen the email last week, but if you bring your wing person, be it your mum, dad, sister, brother, husband, friend, whoever it is that you want to bring along with you for the ride, both of your fundraising will be reduced to $3,000 each. So as a team, you can come together, raise $6,000, and come and enjoy the beautiful Australian ride. Now, numbers are limited, and I don't say this because I'm trying to create scarcity and, you've got to get in quick, but seriously, we have 8 spots. So we can't have 50, 60 riders like we do in Thailand. We can only cap that at around 20 people. So when I do say the spots are limited, they really are. So I hope you can join us. I would love to be back on the bike with you guys. It's going to be a wonderful experience. Peter will be there. We've got some of our old crew riders coming back. So they're certainly missing their time on the bike as well. So any questions, reach out to the team. Hopefully you can plan for some new adventures in 2021, and I hope that our Hands Australian ride can be one of those. Have a great day.